Legal departments are known for fights, and people go to law
to argue.
to argue.
It makes sense.
So I remember it was the end of the world this time, and I'm seeing people facing the 5 stages of grief. First one is rage.
Yeah.
I hate this thing. I
Yeah,
hate
I'm
that.
not gonna do it. Denial and something else.
Yeah, for the second, no, denial, there's another one. We have many people here in denial. I just met a bunch of professors. Many of them are in rage, another was in denial.
That's one of my questions for you down the line. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl here, Ella, a GPLM candidate at the University of Toronto. That title will soon change. Anyways, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Over here we discuss all things law, and I take you all on my journey to becoming a licensed lawyer out here in the province of Ontario, Canada. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for riding with me through this journey. If you haven't done so, remember to like, share, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you get notified whenever I post my videos. And if you have questions, leave them now in the comment section below or at the end when you're done watching the video. Today we are joined by Professor Cristiano again. Hello Cristiano, welcome back.
Welcome. Thank you for getting me again.
Again, we're going to be talking about Cristiano's favorite topic today: AI, artificial intelligence, law, all of that good stuff. If you haven't seen a previous video that Cristiano and I shot a couple of videos back, it's going to be linked up here somewhere, and you get to know more about Cristiano, who's a professor teaching in multiple jurisdictions in different languages. So be sure to catch Cristiano's intro video and then watch this one as well. Okay? Good? All right. So our first question for Cristiano today is, how has your journey to law and AI been like? You started off with law and then AI came to be. What was that journey like?
Well, yeah, never boring, right? That's the thing. I started with the boring AI before.
Okay.
Was in the doctorate, and I was using AI at the time for my research. The kind of boring AI that is neurosymbolic, the classic one. I'm saying boring because it wasn't the generative yet. And I was using to study and my subject. Then I decided that, okay, I'm gonna change it because no one is going to try to reproduce what I'm doing because science is supposed to be reproducible. And I went for another thing. But I published something 2019.
Okay.
An article, chapter in a book about AI and smart cities and little science fiction is my other topic that I love, and huge geek. So, and since then things happened. I went to a postdoc in Ottawa about the AI regulation, and they launched this new thing in November during my studies there, my research there, and this thing called ChatGPT. It was November 2022.
This thing, and
Yeah,
now
this
it's
thing,
known.
this thing. Oh, what's that? So I said, I'm supposed to be studying artificial intelligence, right? So let's try to see what is this. And I showed my students the next day. Yeah, do you guys see this thing? Yeah, it was the end of November. And beginning of December, okay, let's try in class this thing. Yeah, it looks something different. And since then, it never stops to change, right? And it moves from one thing to another thing. And I started teaching this for people, for friends, then for colleagues.
You started showing people how to use ChatGPT.
How to use ChatGPT, and not ChatGPT, other tools. Because in 2024, I was called to provide training. And I did that before in my life, right? I did that when computers came up in the life of law professors and law students. I had to teach people how to use a mouse, how to open this new thing that they called Microsoft Word.
I was learning that in secondary school in Nigeria.
Yep, I had to teach people to do that in law school.
What is a desktop?
What is a RAM memory? ROM memory, RAM memory.
I remember.
And how to use those flip-flop, the diskettes, right? And you put it here.
Computers used to be so gigantic.
Yeah, the big ones at the time.
That's true.
And because I was in law school at the time, so I had to teach people to do that. And some years later, I taught this for a year. And then I was called again to teach again because I was one of the very few in my faculty who knew something about this new thing called the internet. And I had to teach people how to create and use and send their first thing was this thing, email.
Email, yeah.
Yeah, this is a brand new thing, right? I still have it today. Terrible, annoying. And then again, I remember when I was called to help people to use CD-ROMs with jurisprudence and legislation and how to do with other things. So I'm again in that stage, teaching people how to show a new technology that came up.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing people facing the 5 stages of grief. Did you notice this thing?
Yeah.
First one is rage.
Yeah.
I hate this thing. I hate
I'm
AI.
not gonna do it. Denial and something else.
Yeah. For the second, no, denial. There's another one. We have many people here in denial. I just met a bunch of professors. Many of them are in rage. Another was in denial.
That's one of my questions for you down the line.
Oh, so I'll wait for that question. So it has been a ride in the last 6 months. But the difference is, in the last 6 months, AI became really, really useful. Before that, you could do things with this, but now, really can use it for work.
Okay, that's good. Thank you for taking us through your journey to AI and even going deep into history before AI even came in, talking about foundations of technology and how that shook different systems, and you being a key player in how I can imagine many people learned how to send an email and how to use the desktop and all of that. And now AI is changing things, and here you are again being part of those changes. So thank you for sharing that on here with us today. My next question will be, what AI systems do you think are the best for law students at this point in time? So someone coming into law, AI, they don't know anything about AI. What tools should it be? ChatGPT, Notebook LM, Claude? Okay, I know some AI stuff too. So what ones do you think are beginner friendly for people?
Let's start registering one thing. That's June 2026.
This is June 2026. Yes.
Things change quite often.
This is being recorded June 2026.
So right now, the most powerful one for law is, without a doubt, is Claude.
Claude? I thought we were going to say Notebook LM. What the heck? No, I haven't tried Claude yet.
Claude is the most powerful for many uses.
Okay.
Notebook LM is the sweet thing for many others.
I love it. Yeah.
Okay, so if you can work with both. We have to choose just 2. We're gonna use those 2.
Okay.
But the good thing with Notebook LM, which is good too, is that it's using a very developed AI model behind under it, engine. But now you can use it with Gemini. So I was talking to a colleague of ours before. He had some cases, many cases with dozens of pages, and he was putting to Claude, and Claude was saying it's too much. So the way to deal with that is to put them in Notebook LM, extract the information, distill the information from what you need, and then you can throw using Notebook LM in Gemini, and then you throw it in Claude, because Gemini is this heavy lifter, like Google is big, strong, but can hold many things. And but Claude is the writer, is the one that goes better with nuance, writes better, and has more work for law. Now we have a bunch of tools, especially for law in Claude, especially. You can search Claude in legal right now. We're gonna see that there is a bunch of new things. So those are very good. Gemini is a heavy lifter. That's why I use it also many times. That's the 2 ones that I use a lot. I used to ChatGPT, but for specific things. The ChatGPT is like a Swiss Army knife. You can use for so many things. When people are good in ChatGPT, they are very good in ChatGPT. Sometimes it's better to invest their time in ChatGPT than starting all over and learning how to deal with the new ones, because Because you cannot use ChatGPT, Claude just like you use ChatGPT. They are different.
They're different types, and they have their strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, they have, let's say, different personalities.
Yeah.
They have different training, so that it comes to that. But I use also for checking information quickly. I mostly use Perplexity.
Okay.
Because it can use many models different. But again, I'm not a good point of to compare.
Because you use them for different things.
Yes, and I teach them, so I cannot dive just one
them. Way. So. Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. At least if you're a beginner, you've heard from on here June 2026. Things could change. Claude, Notebook LM, they're really great for you to use. I've never used Claude before. I mostly use Notebook LM because I like the audios and the summaries that it gives.
You do good.
But someone else, you have told me about Claude, and
you do good.
Claudio has told me about Claude, and you know Claudio, he's told me about Claude too. So I'm going to try getting on that to learn how to use it as well. All right. Right now, obviously, the legal space is changing, whether people like it or not. AI is here and probably here to stay. Will you say that every law student or every lawyer right now, new generation lawyer, older lawyers, should actually get into AI and understand how to use it?
Well, I know AI can sound something that is a major matter of debate for many areas. I understand, but for law, because we need to go for law. Law is very much based on pattern recognition, patterns of text, patterns of
legal principles.
So we repeat a lot. Okay, we need to learn to recognize those things and reproduce them. And AI models, they are very, very much trained on legal text, because they are public text.
Yes.
That's the available text people have in any language. So they're pretty decent in terms of training on legal text. And also we do pattern recognition, pattern of text. So much of our work in law, we know that is very repetitive. And everything that is very repetitive, let's say one thing, formatting documents. Okay, how long people do how much time lose time just formatting documents. I can tell you, AI can learn to make you give to AI a document. You just ask it, like said Claude, learn this profile, this document. Build a skill for that, and after that, you just can send this text and put this in this format. You're gonna go and you give you in the format. It can extract information, you can summarize it, put in the right places, and deliver a document. So I say yes, we need to I really recommend AI for lawyers, for law students, for legal researchers, and for legal educators as well, because just ignoring things, they won't pass. You say, okay,
closing your eyes, not there, it's not there.
Now the AI bubble will burst. Well, let's say you can have AI in your own computer, so you can use Gemma 4 12B, and you're gonna have your computer with 16 gigs of RAM. You can have your own AI disconnected from the internet, so running in a very private way, and is even able to answer some law exam also. So but what I recommend that is different, that major people, because I know people hear this a lot, but let's say one thing that people won't hear, is that what I really recommend is using protocols for that. You don't need only to know how to prompt in AI. You need to, that's important, but used to be more important. You need to learn context, how to better work with AI. So that's why we don't teach only now prompt engineering. People are mentioning that context engineering. You have to go for it. But you need to know what you are going to deliver to AI. You have to think about it. And after getting the result, you have to be able to consider what is
giving you back.
Exactly.
The context matters.
So for that, those are protocols, okay? And the protocols for a legal practitioner will be different from a law student.
Yes.
Because a law student has to learn law.
Yes.
And the goal of the law student is not only having great grades, is to learn the legal reasoning. So he cannot jump the part of learning because he wants to deliver a paper that's going to get him a better grade.
Yeah.
So AI can help him a lot, or him or her, or they, to study very well. He learn a lot. It's never been a better time to learn law than now, because we have those tools too. But if they miss this part of learning, it's a major
gap.
No. Yeah, that's a problem. Let's go. No. So, and the same goes for people who are publishing without reading, people who are reproducing, teaching things that they didn't consider, or for practitioners that are signing
with their license and
their names are becoming known nationally because the judges will perceive and what they have done. Just saying verify is not enough. So what I have been presenting is protocols, how to do this before AI and after AI. So yeah, so that's the different thing that I'm dedicating my time now.
Okay, that's good. Thank you so much for speaking about that, because I usually mostly hear about the prompting, but it's good to hear that people are having conversations about how the context matters and whatever you're getting out. So I know there's something that you said when you had a webinar for us. I think it was last semester or last year you had for the GPLM program, and one of the things you said was AI is supposed to be our guide. I know I quoted you on LinkedIn. I can't remember right now. I'm trying to remember. It's supposed to be there to assist you. I'll find the quote and put a screenshot on here. Like, it's not supposed to basically do the work for you. It's just there to guide you. So even if you're using AI, you should also know the topics that you're talking about, right? Yep. And so my next question will be, they are legal professionals already, like lawyers, even law professors, that are just anti-AI. They don't want to hear anything about it. Why do you think that some people are scared of this new invention, and while some members of the legal community, especially I would say the older generations, are anti-AI?
Yeah, sure. I think that's one of the major topics. And first thing I'll say that I probably like AI because I know AI, right? We like what we know.
Yes.
And we have a tendency to fear what we don't know.
Sure.
And when we fear something, there are some ways to deal with that. We can run from it. We can deny they exist, or minimize it, or be angry about it, because we live in a time that people like to hate what they don't know.
Sure.
And people who don't know too. Yeah, that's let's not get political, but they are using this.
Fear.
Yeah, fear is a great fuel, right? Tool for many things. So when I'm talking about what people should consider is, if you want to fight it, I agree, then know your enemy, and you have to get to know the thing. And what I really don't like is big tech. Okay, there's so many good choices for using AI, which is not in the hands of big tech.
Big tech, yeah.
And for example, me, I use a small computer at home that has my own AI with an open model that I use with my things, and doesn't get to the cloud, right? Stick there, and using open source software as well, which is a community. You can be part of a community. But the thing is, I think people got to know, but it's not the first time I see this panic. I saw panic when people started using internet in law schools.
Okay.
Because professors would ask essays and kind of papers, and people would just find them on the internet, make a little changes and deliver them, and they didn't know it. Yeah. And also saw this again when internet came to classrooms. I remember the debate in my law faculty of my department, because they were against to install Wi-Fi points because the students will be able to check
Oh, Wi-Fi
case
online.
law in class, and you will be discussing with the professor. Say you're saying this, but
this
we
is
have
saying
this new
here.
decision here. So what am I going to do? And those heated discussions, people
Yeah.
screaming because the legal departments are known for fights, and people go to law
To argue.
to argue.
It makes sense.
So I remember it was the end of the world this time, and and we're seeing all this again, and it's having impact. One example I give you: people have to learn and deal with this. Here in UofT, we are not allowed in our computers to run anything except the
exam that's giving you
Exam.
through ExamSoft.
Yeah.
So, so your system locks down. You can't access the internet or anything. It's just your brain, your notes, and the questions.
But in many faculties of law, they can access their files. They can open all their files and come back and copy paste and discuss and do that. So they don't bring printed materials.
Oh.
Here is like that. Other faculties here not. But just because they are naive, because my students at TMU, they use local AI in their computers. So, and I know so many legal students, law professors who, well, not so many law professors, but law students who use local AIs in their computers, and they're quite potent. And just left, and now we don't even need a business computer to that. You can use a common 16 gig computer.
That's so tiny.
Yeah. Now we don't even need 32. So what's the effect? The effect is that now for the future, in fall 2026, they're all going to, not all those faculties of law don't close the door for that.
Yeah.
Here they did it before because they had a case here.
So they're probably going to model after UofT. ExamSoft is going to make so much money. And ExamSoft, I found that I think they're owned by Turnitin, which is the OG of like where you submit your essays that catches your plagiarism. Yeah, I have the plagiarized stuff. Yeah. So they're going to make so much money from schools.
Yeah, and also because now find if the text was made or not by AI is so bad. This technology is really not something usable. So at least you're gonna make money with that.
Exactly.
And, so
maybe we should create something like that. You're gonna make so much money.
What I'm saying to people, because they're, how are gonna do it? Well, two things. Are we going to really keep grading people with this very bad tool called final exam? It has been bad for a long time. We know that it is not fair to try to use a final artifact to evaluate the whole process, right? But we build everything for this final so we know already that don't work. So how are we going to do it? So that's the other debate. I'm not here to save the final exam, but I think it is a good time to discuss
what other options.
Evaluations in law. And other thing I'm going to say is, but I have 70 students in my classroom. I have 90 at University of Montreal. Yeah, but should we be having so many students that we never know their name, never get to know their names or their voices? And the idea of having major big classes, should we really be doing this? And were they really working? And also, we can learn law now in so many ways.
Yeah.
Is the professor there now to present law to everyone? I'm not sure. I think she, the law professor, he or she, him, they are there to facilitate many things, to conduct people, to show ways, show paths, but to be responsible for presenting in words everything you have to do, I'm not sure anymore. No, in fact, I'm sure they are not.
No.
They shouldn't be doing that. How much law do we learn on our own outside of class? I learn more outside of class than in class.
I see where
I do.
I mean, you're a professor. You need to. That's true. I'll learn that in practice. You have to do that in practice. Right now, let me take what they're teaching me and do my YouTube. but I see what you mean. But like it's at least from a student's perspective. My thing is, students are paying this much tuition to learn.
Yeah.
What is the point of learning with an old system style when you also have some employers who are now gravitating towards candidates, future employees that know how to use AI? So for example, definitely, sorry to cut you short, some law firms have started using AI. They started building that into their practices, right? And there are some clients who have also gotten onto AI and they want to hire lawyers or firms who are using AI. So the conversations are shifting on the other side. And if you're going to law school and the end goal is for you to become a lawyer through this process, are we being prepared for the future or are we being prepared for what happened in the past?